Yeah, the little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live. And it is so. And it is so. And y'all got to see the house last night, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The house that the Frost wanted to deprive me of. Oh, but Vaughn, they said it's for the kids. Oh, really? Well, that's not what James Arnold said to my mother. James Arnold said to my mother that he was going to put Jeff in the double wide and Junior in the single wide. Does that sound anything having to do with my kids? You know what? You know what's really fucking funny? Here's what's really fucking funny. Let me move this shit back up again. It's still too goddamn. There we go. You know what's really fucking funny? What's funny is that the Frost played the trolls too. That's what's fucking funny. Because the Frost have the trolls believing, oh, but my kids is going to get this stuff. No, my kids ain't getting shit. My kids ain't getting shit. The plan is to get my kids adopted out so that the kids don't get nothing. Because if the kids are not a Von Helton, according to the will, the trust, or any legal document, if they're adopted out, they're no longer a Von Helton. They don't get a goddamn thing according to the law, which is exactly why they're trying to get them farmed out. That's why a CPS worker by the name of Emily keeps coming into the court every time we have court saying, we've got permanent residency for all three of them kids. You know, that's why they keep saying that. Because they do. The plan has always been to give these kids up for adoption or kill them, one or the other. Okay? That's always been the plan from day one. And so for the YouTube trolls to run around and say, oh, your kids are going to get that. No, my kids don't get shit if they're not Von Heltons anymore, dumbasses. If they're farmed out to other families, they're no longer Von Heltons, and they no longer qualify on the will or the trust or whatever the fuck it is document they've got set up. The plan has always been to completely and utterly destroy my family. It has never been anything else. And I just think it's funny that if the trolls really do believe that my kids are supposed to get something, my kids ain't getting shit. That's never been the plan. I was sitting right there when James Arnold looked my mom right in the face and said, Jeff's going to be in a double wide, Junior's going to be in a single wide. It was never no talk about my kids. It was never no talk about me. And so this morning, they're going to go to court and they're going to legalize a fraudulent document. The trust was never started. I've got mom on video saying that. The will was never finished. I've got mom on video saying that. And as you all have seen here just prior, I've got mom on video saying the Frosts aren't supposed to have anything to do with her stuff. I'm supposed to be the sole proprietor and the sole inheritor of her stuff. Not my kids, not a bunch of distant relatives, and sure as fuck not a bunch of complete strangers. Okay? But see, they're going to go to court this morning, supposedly, and legalize 2 fraudulent documents. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until they do legalize those documents. Then I'm calling the federal police and I'm having everybody arrested. Because at that point, they've committed fraud. At that point, there's already 2 counts of forgery, but it would be fraud at that point. And then I could just throw them all in prison, every goddamn one of them. So I'm just going to wait and let them approve those documents. And then the second they do, I'm on the horn to the federal police and a federal judge. And then they all can spend the rest of their lives in prison. Okay, that's just the truth. Because you can't legalize fraudulent documents. Okay, you can't do that. All right. Again, the trust was never started. All the trust was something that mom talked about. That's it. There was no documentation on the trust. She talked about it, but that's it. And the will, they put the wrong names on. They put Helton on there instead of Von Helton. Well, that's not legal. My name is not Hilton. My name is Von Hilton. My kids' name is Von Hilton. Okay, so she went up there and she removed the names. So the only name that was on the will is James Arnold Frost, and he's listed as an executor, and that's it. Supposed. That's all it's it, because my name and the kids' name isn't even on the damn will. How many of you fucking YouTube trolls knew that shit? Dumbasses. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Okay, because the Frost ain't going to tell you, because the Frosts are playing you YouTube trolls also. If you believe that the goal was to give my kids this property, you got totally fucking played. Totally played. Okay? That was never the goal for the Frosts, ever. So, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to let them legalize these documents this morning. And the second they legalize them documents, they're going to legalize them at 9:30 this morning, according to what I understand. And the second they legalize them documents and them forgeries, I call the state police, I call a federal judge, and every motherfucker in Clay County involved goes to prison. Beautiful fucking plan, isn't it? Isn't it a fucking beautiful plan? Fuck yes, it is. It's an awesome fucking plan. And it's going to work flawlessly because you cannot legalize fraudulent fucking documents. No, you cannot. You cannot legalize. Are you listening, you fucking YouTube trolls? You cannot legalize fraudulent documents. No, you cannot. It's a felony in the state of Kentucky to do so. So the second they legalize that will and that trust and them fake as hell, I call the federal judge. The federal judge sends the state police down, and every motherfucker in that courtroom goes to prison, including the judge, by the way, including the judge. Oh, fuck yeah. I can show you videos on YouTube where judges were literally dragged out of the courtroom by their fucking hair. I can show you videos of that shit. So yeah, I'm going to sit. I'm sitting pretty, man. I'm sitting fucking pretty. All I got to do is wait for them to approve them fake ass documents at 9:30 this morning. I call a federal judge, and every motherfucker goes to prison. All of them, the Frost, the judge, the lawyers, the yeah, fuck, man, everybody goes to prison. Okay, you can't legalize a fraudulent document. No, you fucking cannot. You dumbass YouTube trolls, you got played. If you are a YouTube troll or even a bystander and you believe that the Frosts were going to give this property to my kids, you are a dumbass because that was never the plan.